At our remote Antarctic outpost, the winter brought endless nights and brutal cold. Our diverse team, led by Captain Elizabeth Shaw, a specialist in ancient life and fossils, included both military and scientific personnel. We were tasked with routine duties like climate research, measuring ice, monitoring weather, and generally staying out of trouble. However, things quickly took an unexpected turn. While drilling for samples, we struck a layer of ice that emitted an eerie glow, reminiscent of a sci-fi scene. Captain Shaw was captivated, her excitement palpable as she took pictures and peppered us with questions. Convinced we were on the brink of a significant discovery, she urged us to dig deeper. The glowing ice was both thrilling and unsettling. As we stood huddled in the dark, staring at its strange luminescence, a chill swept over me, a feeling that we were venturing into the unknown, against better judgment. Driven by insatiable curiosity, we pressed on, oblivious to the transformative discovery that lay ahead. As we delved deeper into the glowing ice, the oddities escalated. The sounds we encountered were unlike typical ice crackles. Instead, we heard deep, distant moans that sent shivers down our spines. Our equipment began to malfunction too. Radios fuzzed out and lights flickered as if straight out of a horror scene. Then, we uncovered something extraordinary. A massive chamber hidden within the ice, housing an entity that seemed ripped from the pages of a sci-fi novel. This twisted, bizarre creature nearly filled the cavern, apparently frozen for millennia. Captain Shaw approached it with a scientific rigor, collecting samples and jotting down observations. Yet even she appeared uneasy. The atmosphere around the chamber was altered, the ice around it humming, as if alive. That's when everything truly spiraled out of control. Once we exposed the entity to the air, it began to transform, as if awakening. This terrified everyone. Soon after, the crew started experiencing hallucinations and hearing whispers. Paranoia spread, with some believing they were being targeted by others. I, too, felt an overwhelming dread, as if we were trapped in a relentless nightmare from which we couldn't escape. It was clear we had found something ancient, something alive, and maybe, just maybe, we should have left it under the ice where it belonged. But there we were, with this thing starting to stir, and all of us feeling like the ground was slipping away beneath our feet. It was like the more it came to life, the more we lost ours, caught up in fear and seeing shadows where there shouldn't be any. By the time we figured out that the thing could mess with our heads, it was almost too late. Captain Shaw was holding us together, but even she was struggling. People were seeing things, turning on each other, all because that creature was getting into our minds. It was like it knew us, knew how to scare us, make us doubt everything. Things escalated quickly. Captain Shaw ordered us to reseal the entity in the ice, even contemplating its destruction. We scrambled to assemble our explosives, determined to prevent it from fully awakening. But the creature was cunning, resisting our efforts in inexplicable ways. Objects moved independently. Eerie sounds filled the air, and the cold intensified, as if the very atmosphere was turning against us. The showdown was something else. We were in the chamber trying to set the charges, and the creature was thrashing, sending out these, vibes or something. Made you see your worst fears. I saw things, monsters, dead friends, stuff that'd make your skin crawl. But Captain Shaw, she pushed through it all. She kept us focused, kept us moving. Finally, we did it. We sealed the chamber and set off the charges. The blast shook the whole base, but when it was done, the silence was like a relief. We thought it was over. Captain Shaw saved us, but it cost her. She wasn't the same after that. None of us were. We kept wondering, did we do the right thing? Was it really gone? But the real kicker came later. We got a message from HQ right after we thought we'd cleaned up our mess. They found more of those things, same kind of readings, at other sites across Antarctica. Turns out, we were just the first to stumble on it. Made us wonder, what had we really awakened? And were we just part of something bigger, something far from over? It left us all thinking, staring out into the ice, realizing that maybe, just maybe, We were in over our heads. But there was no going back, only forward, into whatever this new, chilling world held.